And welcome back to our coverage of the finals of the Warlords League, a Conqueror's Blade tournament. As you have clearly seen the previous video, Chaos is leading 1-0 over Exiles in the first semi-final. Now that I know the name of one of their players, I will make sure that I get it right. So, looking now at the screen, Chaos is again blue side and Exiles are again red side, although I didn't present them as such last time. I'm very sorry for that, and I'm also not, because that's not my fault. Yes, now we clearly see at the beginning that blue side is in fact Chaos. The teams have swapped sides, and yeah, now it's Chaos trying to cross the river, going towards B with huge forces. Same thing from the enemy team. I don't see anyone from Exiles team going over to C. So yeah, it's going to be just a contest between B. Yep, Chaos also isn't sending anyone to A, so they're just capturing the relevant sides. But this time, the blue team, or rather the south team, was faster to reach B and completely secure it before the north team could actually get there. That being said, they're preparing their attack, but pikes are already braced and waiting to get that cavalry on, take that cavalry on. And are they actually charging into braced pikes? Ooh, that's not a very good idea. Exiles team is definitely going to pay for it. Just look at 3 Phalanx cavalry units piling into 1 pike unit and just go. They're gone already. Wow. They just got obliterated there. It's very, very bad idea to charge cavalry into braced pikes. The hard counters do exist in this game, and now the Chaos team is completely surrounding Exiles on top of B point. Look at those pikes and braced in the wrong direction. Oh, they're just going to get wiped out from behind. Or maybe it was just a trap, as now they turn once the cavalry charged into them. But it's too little too late, and they also get wiped out. That player is not going to live for long, although then again it's Shortsword, the tankist in the game. And he still might make it. The pikes is still holding strong, and actually the Chaos team is gone as they went forward, or no, I think they went backwards, back to their supply point to heal their units. A very good tactic to do so, since he has also used that after the initial engagement. You can get a lot of value. If you kill the enemy units, your units survive, and you go back and heal your units back to, well, full health of each soldier. Obviously, you cannot heal those that you've lost. Sorry for explaining the obvious. Yeah, now Chaos is looking really, really strong at the beginning of this battle. They have 2 points advantage. Already 300 points over the enemy team. And they've killed a lot of elite units over there at B, while losing not that many themselves. That being said, them going back to heal has costed them the control over B. Now they're trying to hold it, but I don't think that's going to happen. They can prolong it a little bit, but Exiles with their new units and reinforcements look to keep a strong hold over it. Though Chaos doesn't really want to give up. They're piling on their own Phalanx cavalry again into braced advancing pikes, making the same mistake that their enemy did. And I thought that the victories is already pretty much in the pocket of Chaos, but as it turns out to be, not necessarily. They're making the same mistakes that their opponent just did, and that equalizes the battlefield pretty much. So anything can still happen at this point. It is pretty much always the case. Now Exiles taking back the B point, and now they will be taking down the points of the blue team. So Chaos is now regrouping, taking their units, although again they're forced to take 2-star units. Some players, maybe this is just a choice, maybe some players are already forced to take those lower quality units. And despite them being lower quality, lower leadership, that doesn't necessarily mean they're useless. We've seen Pike Militia even obliterating Phalanx Cav if the Phalanx Cav player is not careful enough not to charge into braced pikes. Now we'll see a little duel over at C point. a short sword player trying to prevent its capture. And, wow, that's surprising. While we were looking at it, the entire Exiles team retreated from B and basically gave control over back to Chaos for no good reason, I think. They probably went back to resupply and heal, but they definitely should have just put someone back there to defend and not how to capture. I don't even think there was like a huge archer pressure on top of B, and a single shield unit would probably fix it, like spear sergeants or some eastern spears that have the shield transformation. Anyway, the fact is that now Chaos, the colors are a little bit confusing me. Chaos again have control of B point, and they have 400 points of advantage at the moment, and they're not really looking to give it up. They have a firm control over B point, and they're slowly flanking with their, I think those are horse archers, so the flank will not be very efficient, but it can still do some damage. Exiles are bringing over their reinforcements from A, but they're already attacking, so it's not really good coordination from the Exile side. Not synchronizing their attacks with the entire team. And that means that, well, the superior forces of Chaos over at B point that have also better positioning at the moment are going to slowly wipe out the entire attack that Chaos have mastered. And now there is an attack coming from the backside, but it's too little too late again, and that is also being countered by Phalanx cavalry coming over from the spawn of Chaos. Now they're pushing a little bit over to the plains of this Exiles team, but they don't want to commit there. They know that they hold 2 points and they don't need to do anything more than that to slowly win. They don't want to overcommit, they don't want to throw the game away. Very wise of them to slowly secure the victory and wait for the opponent to make mistakes. They probably also are under a lot of stress, having made a huge mistake earlier this battle, so they know they still cannot have their victory guaranteed at this point. So yes, really wise leadership of them, really good shot calling, I would say. And now the Exiles team putting everything they can to get control over B again. But this is just some pike militia versus elite pike guards. And yeah, that unit just got obliterated. Another one looks soon to follow. Those spikes may be now caught off guard with the charging down Phalanx cavalry, which is maybe going to be countered. Not really. Maybe charge wasn't available. Now it is. Oh, so charges against charges. Overall advantage in those charges, I would say, to Team Exiles. And now they actually managed to wipe out the infantry units that were on top of B and are now taking control of B back from Chaos. The 2 players that were there weren't able to postpone the capture. They weren't able to go for the pike wall, and those are the elite pikes, so they're a really tough opponent. We need some good archers to take care of them, and we see some archer fire, maybe crossbow fire firing on top of them. So there is some kind of timer ticking down on them. They have a lot of longsword heroes that will be able to heal those units though, so they may hold for very long there. Exiles are also attempting to capture C, but that was probably just a sneak capture attempt. Once defense showed up, they are forced to retreat. We'll see if we can get any shield units in here to protect those spikes from the archer fire. Maybe they will just retreat. Retreating is risky, as we have seen before. They retreated, they lost control of a B point for quite a long time, and that cost them a lot of points. Now they're back, and they're again trying to capture C, but not gonna happen. There is defensive force there. And as I was saying that, yes, Chaos is attempting to get control over B back again, coming in with Phalanx Cav and Horse Archers against just Pike Militia and 4 heroes. Yeah, retreating those units, maybe to heal them or whatever else do with them, will now cost them the control over B point unless they come with some stronger reinforcements really quickly. But as it looks right now, Chaos will take control over B point again very soon, and they still hold 450 points of advantage over Exiles team. So there's some timer starting to tick down over Exiles. They need to do something really fast, or they're posed to lose this game. Now the attempt of SUNTZU to clear those, I think those are prefecture arches. Yeah, if you manage to clean those, then their pikes over at B point could actually hold, but they're no longer pikes of their team or the B point. And now after this chaos that ensued around the B point, the Chaos team tries to take control over A point, which is uncontested at the moment. There is one Pollax hero coming. The question is, do they bring their own units? Otherwise they'll have some troubles with the Swords Archers. They're quite pesky. Oh, there we go, Firelance Cavalry. I thought it was the Horse Archers. Yeah, so Firelance Cavalry will definitely help killing those heroes, as they turn away to look at pretty much nothing. Now, there we go, back to action over at A. Those are Pike Militia. They should be efficient enough to deal with those. So the control over A point should still be in the hands of the Exiles team. And a cavalry charge, not very long distance one, into those spikes, not going to end well. And using that chaos, the Exiles team are trying to get the C point, and it looks like it will be undefended, and they will succeed. This is something that they really need, because they're down to 240 points. So that's another 50 points taken away from the Chaos team. But once you are so low at points, every death, every point capture loss, capture point loss, is very significant. So one single sneaky capture gets rid of like 20%, 25% of their overall points. We'll see if they manage, if Chaos manages to take A. It's gonna be really close. They actually did, and that's minus 50 points for Exiles team, and that hurts them really badly. They're down to 140 and ticking down as Chaos now holds control over 2 points. Very unfortunate set of events for Exiles. Maybe unfortunate, maybe they're just their mistake, which are their own fault, and they have only themselves to blame for. Now 4 heroes from the Chaos team, Exiles team, trying to take control back over A point. They have C that they snag just a minute earlier. If they can get control over A back again, they'll have the point advantage. But the C being captured and not being defended spells disasters for them. And once that's over, the game's over, and Chaos are winning this semi-final 2-0 in a really great style. Not without mistakes, not without their flaws. So yeah, I'm very interested to see how this team is going to fare in the final, and the Exiles team, how it's going to fare in the third place match. Let's see at the map. As you can see, B is an absolute slaughterhouse. Barely any deaths over at C and A. It's all about that B control. There were some attempts of sneak captures. Some of them were successful, some of them were not, and that's basically the point of C and A on this map. It's all about that B point. If you ask me, maybe not the best map for a tournament, but it definitely results in some really interesting fights, and well, the camera tools being quite limited, it's good that pretty much in the entire action takes place in one place rather than all over the map. Otherwise we would miss like 50%, even more, of the action. So yes, that concludes the first semi-final. Chaos, after very strong victory, or maybe it doesn't, maybe it's actually best of 5. I do not know that. I should check that. Either way, the fact is that Chaos wins so far 2-0 over Exiles, and we'll see what the next match will be. Seeing no up next, I assume that is actually best of 5. But we'll see about that in the next episode of the Warlords League Finals.